Good morning, everyone. This is at the JH for PP theory lesson. And so we are looking at methods of training. So this will be probably your second theory lesson. And we are after looking at going through the principles of trading and SPOR, which I've done in the lesson 1. In lesson 2, we're going to look at the methods of trading. And eventually from here, after understanding the methods of trading, you'll be actually coming up with a training program via the form of a poster. And this will be actually contribute to your PE grade, 10% of your PE grade. Alright, so topics we'll be talking about today is aerobic versus anaerobic training. Right, so aerobic, as most of you are bio students, you know aerobics in done. Mainly, in a very layman term, is the exercise in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic is without oxygen. Alright, methods of training, we'll be going through this as well. Alright, so we'll be looking at the methods of training. So mainly a few, you'll be looking at things that are mainly what the principles that lie behind things like circuit training, as well as weight training, as well as continuous training, just to name a few. Alright, so finally we also explore the concept of VO2 max. I mean, in case you have not heard this before, we'll actually be delivering this to you to take study during the theory lesson. Right, important information is that your body can actually work aerobically or anaerobically. Right, so if you remember that starting from biology, you know anaerobics in the absence of oxygen, right? Right, and aerobically means to work in the presence of oxygen. Right, so of course, I mean, very intuition, you know that different sports need different levels of aerobic and anaerobic fitness. Alright, so probably if you are going to somewhere, maybe like a 100-meter sprinter, okay, so a 100-meter sprinter, you have to deliver really short bursts of energy, very powerful, right, where it could be more of an anaerobic. Right, but if compared to someone who's doing maybe like a marathon runner, right, so it could be a higher level of aerobic exercise, right? So different sports actually train in different ways, which requires us to also think about that if you were to maybe just imagine yourself as a fitness coach or a sports coach, what are the different kinds of training programs or training methods, right, that you actually prescribe for different kind of sports, right, for different sports, right? So not all sports can follow the same training method. As you know now, you know that actually the training program is very different. You observe how the curling train, you observe how the basketballers train, you observe how the shooters train, or how the trackers train. Even in trackers amount, some do jumping, some are running long distance, some are running cross country, some are doing throwing. You notice that all the different methods of training. Alright, of course you also need to know about training zones, so you need to know how the different intensities that you need to hit sometimes during the for your sport, okay, the training. So sometimes maybe your coach may tell you things like, oh, you gotta hit 80%, you gotta hit 90%. So what does it 80-90% really mean? Alright, so this will bring us to talk about the concept of a training zone. Alright, training zones mainly refer to your a percentage of your heart rate, right? So sometimes you see people training with a heart rate monitor and things as such. Alright, so thinking as a general guideline, okay, to improve the aerobic fitness, our training zone should really be 70-85% of the maximum heart rate. So for example, if I want to get faster, run a faster 2.4, I cannot be I can't be running like a slow jog where my heart rate is barely, not even above 70% of my heart rate. So maybe I need to train hard. I can't be running for 2.4. I can't be running like maybe 5 km at 5 minutes per round, right? So 5 minutes per round, that's really slow, and that's as good as walking. So if you're going to walk, example like 5 km, you're not going to get faster, because you need to hit 70-85% of the maximum heart rate, right? So if you look at this graph here, alright, so the x-axis will just be age in the number of years. This is the y-axis, that's your heart rate, right? So generally, your heart rate can get as high as 200, but if you're in this range, your heart rate get anything around 190 as a gauge, as a guide, it should be actually quite dangerous, right? Anaerobic training will be from 170 to 190. So maybe if you're doing a 100-meter sprint, you're doing a short burst, you're doing a short throw, okay? Alright, so here, your heart rate can go into this zone from 170 to 190. Aerobic to anaerobic, that's about 160 to 70. Alright, and all these do actually vary, because why? Because as you get older and older, right, your actually the heart rate actually decrease, right? So at 20 years old, right, my aerobic training heart rate could be from 120 to 160, right? But at maybe 70 years old, so he actually is from how long? It's actually from, if you think about it, it's like from 90 to 130. Right, so it actually drops. So I mean, the older you get, you realize that your heart rate actually tend to be unable to go so high as what it did in the past. All right, so this is also one thing to consider. Okay, so after hearing so much, I mean, okay, now it's really time where we're going to be doing our project. Okay, so now we're going to work in groups of 4 to 5. All right, we're going to select any sport. Just choose a sport that is suitable for you. And you design a training program, so it could be that you like basketball, so you can actually design a training program for basketball. Right, so it just could be a very simple, maybe 1 hour fitness program. So you can think about the things that you've learned in lesson 1, lesson 2, specificity, right? So, and you can use your iPad, so because you're going to do it in the poster format. All right, so you got design a program, training program, maybe just about 1 hour, right? 1 hour training program for your selected sport. All right, so make sure that it's really detailed. All right, so it will be assessed on the relevance, the suitability, as well as the effectiveness. All right, project work template will be mainly the sport. You're gonna see the sport. All right, talk about the group members. All right, and class, target and goal. What's kind of goals? So make it specific as well. Method of training, whether it's going to be a circuit, continuous, or whatsoever. The detail of training program. All right, so supplement with diagrams if necessary. All right, and what about the benefits of training? So make sure you really supplement and do the book properly. Right. So this is a classic example. All right, so members are so this is over and class. The target or goal of training is to prepare for competition. Method of training is circuit, and details of training program. So the participants will be made to go through a series of 10 stations, right? Different exercises. So spend 30 seconds on each station. So this is really circuits, all right? So you go around and you do exercise, right? Benefits: squat, strengthen the glutes, quadriceps, and hamstring, all right? And okay, poster design, all right? So the deadline for the project submission will be decided by a respective PE teacher, and the format for submission will be in poster form, all right? So 10%. This will contribute 10% to your grade. So all the best. Again, the rest of the time now will be for you to really take out your iPad and work in your groups and just come up with the poster. All right. So all the best.